Alrighty, happy Wednesday, everyone. We're here again at Floxies community. Whether you're watching us now live on YouTube or whether you're watching us in the future, we hope that you're safe and sound wherever you are. So today at Floxies, we're having Josh Lowe as a guest speaker. He's a product designer and Webflow developer from Vancouver in Canada. And I have to say that I'm really starting to love this country because within this year, I've met so many amazing people from Canada, and I'm so looking forward to be meeting an extra one today. So let's head over into our gather town. I can hear already there's a lot of movement going on in there. So without further ado, let's dive in. All right, so this is our gather town space at Floxies community. And I'm going to make my little self disappear. Here we go. And let's go and greet the others. Okay, let me put my mic on. What is going on?
Hi, everyone.
Hello, I love this entrance. This is cool. Who do we have to thank?
All right.
Was it you, Josh?
Yes, it is.
Oh, what a star. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. And hello, everyone here at Floxies. It's great to see you all looking stunning as always. Josh, it's so great to meet you at last. I was just saying on YouTube, I was like, I'm really happy to be meeting another person from Canada. I feel like this country is just like giving me,
Nice.
within the year, I've met so many amazing people from Canada there. I feel like I should be, I don't know, planning a trip over there or something because, great people. I'm loving it. So
Awesome.
for everyone else here, Josh is a product designer, a Webflow developer from Vancouver. And Josh, I read a tweet from you this morning, really early in the morning for me, like 4 a.m. or something crazy like that, where you were saying, I'm really a nobody in the no code and Webflow space. And I don't know you, but I already disagree, right? We need to turn that around. You're definitely not a nobody, or you wouldn't be here, right? So
Thank you.
somebody spotted you online from the community. I believe it was Maria, and she was like, "You have to meet Josh. He's so great, great developer. His work is amazing." And without even thinking about it, I was like, "Yeah, let's bring him on."
Wow.
Because this is your opportunity to show the world or to show us at least how great you are. And I'll be more than happy to meet you and to let the world know you a bit more.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's really an honor to be here. Is this can I go ahead and start or share a little bit
Yeah,
about
yes,
myself?
please do.
Okay. Well, thanks. Yeah, before I do that, yeah, I do want to acknowledge like Claudia, Maria, everyone here at the Floxies community for just creating such a vibrant community. It's very like inviting, it's relaxing, very inspirational. I was watching all your guys' YouTube videos and yeah, I just appreciate you having me here to share my process. It's an honor and privilege seeing that you guys have had such amazing guests, in the past with Nelson and Joseph Barry. So yeah, so as part of my introduction, like you said, it's I like to follow FinSuite's disclaimer on their live stream. So yeah, I do kind of say I am a nobody in the no code space because I've received no awards, no accolades, no recognition in my career. In fact, just about 3 years ago, I switched careers into this space from a civil engineer. So I was a civil engineer for 7 years. So and then basically from there, I just kicked off my career change in a boot camp, 3 month boot camp, and since then I've just been self-learning. Um, so yeah, like I'm like, why should you guys listen to me? Like, that's a pretty valid question. I would say blame Maria. So yeah, we were
Always.
chatting
We
and
always blame Maria.
good to see you, Maria.
Fun with
Um,
it.
yeah, yeah, we were just chatting in the FinSuite Gather, and then I was just showing some of my work, and she's like, "You have to like show up and share your process." So I mean, if I could be of value in any way, you know, I hope that I could just, you know, help you out in what I know. Um, I think if anything, if someone like me who has, you know, started from scratch, changed their careers a few years ago, if you know someone like me who can do it, you guys can do it too. So, or anyone can do it. Okay. So, anyways, that's enough of the disclaimer. Let's rock and roll. I will share my screen.
And that's brilliant, because I think it's so inspiring already to see somebody that comes from a different background, or that at some point in their lives they've decided, I want to change, I need a change for whatever reason, and you're, working yourself to reach that goal. And the fact that you're here shows that it works.
Awesome. Yes, it's been a fun journey for sure. By the way, the reason why I'm like this get up, I'm actually on vacation right now and hopped into a little conference room here. So apologize for the messy get up. All right,
Where are you?
so
Where are you on holiday?
I am in Vancouver Island, and just done like a resort spa for a much needed break for my wife and daughter. So yeah. All right. Let's go full screen. Okay, cool. All right, so I am Josh Lowe. I'm a product designer, full-time at the moment. And then I used to be full-time freelancing, doing branding and Webflow development. I'm also a Flow daddy, had a pandemic baby almost 2 years ago. So that's been such a roller coaster ride. Yeah, so that's me in a nutshell. Core Creative is my freelance consultancy. And like Claudia said, I'm from Vancouver, Canada. So brand strategy to Webflow. I have to give most of the credit to Chris Stowe from the future. And what I'm sharing with you is basically what I've learned from him. And you know, I've also took like Flux Academy, Ransegal, and learning from FinSuite. So that's kind of like the steps I learned teaching myself and watching YouTube. But essentially what I'm going to share with you is mostly from their course, Core Discovery. So it's a whole brand strategy approach, which is amazing, really, really cool. All right, agenda. So we got 3 parts. The first part is brand strategy, just going to go dive deep into that. Second part, I'll share how I take that and put it and apply it to wireframe design. And then part 3 is the Webflow build and show you how to bring that to life. Okay, so I have the Floxy brand in my presentation, brand strategy. So essentially, there's like a lot. I mean, I can only touch so much in this presentation, but there's a lot to unpack in strategy or brand strategy. So at the end of the day, my deliverable is just a discovery brief, which consists of a business goal. You got brand attributes, user profiles. You have like company values, like the why. You dive into typography, colors, logo, brand statement, gut test, and I'll dive into all that. For today, I will cover these elements because these are the things from the discovery brief that you would take, the design elements, and then apply it to web design and things like that. So ultimately, for me, when I provide a design brief or discovery brief, one of the main deliverables is a stylescape. So essentially, it's more than a mood board. Again, I got this from the future. It's amazing. But you can see here, it includes the logo. It includes typography here, the colors on the left, and then you got brand attributes, which is kind of baked all in here, and I'll dive into that. And then personas. So you got like this is for a boutique, sorry, boutique. It's for a bakery in LA. And so they needed a website as kind of e-commerce. And so this is kind of the stay-at-home mom. This is the business guy, and this is the millennial foodie. So you'll look at how it just has a spread of all the colors, the elements like stickers, packaging, even here, and even backdrop. So they were kind of like spoofing off of like Wonder Bread, if you guys are familiar with that brand. So yeah, it's a nice, beautiful way to really capture the look and feel in a quick way. So that's basically once you take this, then you could apply it to all the other brand assets like websites, business cards, collateral, packaging, things like that. All right, so how do we put that together? Essentially, at the end of the day, it really is a translation process, right? You're translating from when you have the discovery meeting, and usually takes about 8 to 9 hours. So you can either have a long day and just do it all in one sitting, or you can break it up in 3 days. But essentially, it's like 8 or 9 hours. Um, and you're meeting with the clients, and you're just extracting like their feelings into words, and then from words you translate that into a visual language. So because feelings are very subjective, right? If they say, oh, I want to be warm or welcoming, like what does that even look like? What does that even mean? So let's anchor it down to words. So that's basically the process. So step one, we got to figure out what the brand attributes are, and this is that process of translating feelings into words. So essentially, brand attributes, there are 6 verticals. So I would have 6 columns, and I'll show you an example after I explain all the steps. Um, so we want to define what's the culture of the company. So how would your community describe you? And then you describe, so in adjective words, who are your users? Like how would you describe your users? And then you describe the voice, like how do you want to sound as a company? The feeling, how others feel after interacting with you. Like, do you want them to feel satisfied? Do you want them to feel empowered? Things like that. And then the impact. What tangible impact do you have on others? Again, maybe like if you're have a life coach as a client, like transformation is an impact. And then the X factor. How are you different from others? So basically, I have an exercise where you would go through 3 passes. So the first pass, I think it takes about 5 minutes. And so you just list as many adjective words under culture for 5 minutes. And like everyone in the team can do it, and then users and things like that. And maybe if we have time, we can actually do one for Floxies today. Okay, so there's that. Once you define that, the next is a gut test. So a gut test is you put together a keynote or a PowerPoint presentation, 20 slides, and you fill it with, it's kind of like a mood board. So you fill it with different inspirations. And this is a nice, quick way to put a parameters on what the client likes and doesn't like. So for example, oh no, it didn't show up. Let me quickly zoom here.
I'm
Okay,
just
just
I'm
like
just
that.
gonna say that this is like so beautifully designed. So it's already like a pleasure just to watch the presentation. It's like UI at its finest.
Oh, great, thanks.
And that's how I grabbed him. It was a split second. I saw something. I was like, "Hey, Floxies."
It's beautiful. And
Oh,
who's even
thank
that,
you.
that beautiful girl down there, illustrated. Awesome.
Yeah, yeah, I know. So basically, I would just screenshot a whole bunch of different inspirations. I go to like, Dribble, Behance, and so in this case, I'm using this bakery for an example. So I would just like, you know, just Google or search up bakery websites or bakery mood boards or whatever, right? So just different styles, and then again, I would put it into, let's see, in a slide, 20 slides, 5 seconds each. And then every time, and you just hit play. And then you give the client 5 seconds to score each page. And so is it like 10 out of 10 or 2 out of 10? And then, yeah, you just do that for 20 slides, which is great. And that way, you're really getting their gut reaction, their gut feeling of like what they like, what they don't like, and then after the gut test, you go back and then you actually ask them, okay, what is it that you love about this amazing website? And it's like, oh, I love the hues, love the blue, the pink. And then maybe I don't like this. This is too, editorial or magazine like for a bakery. So you get that feedback, and that's really a nice way to save a lot of time instead of going back and forth. You can kind of get a good feeling of what they like, what they don't like, and then from there, uh, the next step is image buckets. So now you have the brand attributes, you have what they roughly like from the gut test, and then this is like you're collecting a whole bunch of images. It's like collecting ingredients for the stylescape, words to visual language, and so it's like this. Um, you essentially kind of pick three brand attributes. And again, this all makes sense when I go through the example. And then you use those three attributes to filter as a criteria. And you go on, Pinterest is like my main source. So for example, there's different categories like layout, typography, business cards, photography, and then you just copy and paste and then you just collect it. So yeah, so that's basically the third step. Once you have that, you have what you need to provide a stylescape. This is slightly different from the one you previously saw because I'm actually literally just uh, pasting all the things that was collected here over here. And then I tweaked, I spent a little bit of time just like getting the outline or getting rid of the background of the personas. But you'll see I'm kind of like breaking the grid. I'm adding some elements of like website layouts, some business card designs. I'm kind of bringing to life, like telling the story of what the brand could be. And the reason why I use image buckets and I actually don't spend too much time on the stylescape is that's the whole benefit. It's to quickly let's see here. Yeah, it's to quickly put together like a look and feel without spending a lot of time going back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, so that's basically that. Okay, so I'll just jump right into the example here. Sitemap. Actually, let, let me continue. Sorry, I haven't had too much time to rehearse it and practice, but okay.
Absolutely fine.
So, cool. Wireframe design. Next, once you have the stylescape, you know, most of you would know you just start with a sitemap. And this is where you basically like plan all your content strategy. For me, I like to use this thing called like a conversational user flow. So for example, if I'm going through a whole homepage, I want to kind of cover all the four W's or four W's and the how. So like, okay, who or what am I looking at? And then as I scroll down, I wonder if I can, let me see. Okay, here's an example. So I start like a low fidelity wireframe, and then I just sketch. I'm like, okay, this is obviously the hero or heading section. So like, what am I looking at? Okay, so, and like, what are you offering? So I kind of share the benefits and breakdowns, and then talk about the feature products. So it's all right now covering a lot of what, and then I'm like, okay, so I kind of know what you do now. So how about you tell me like, yeah, the how, like, how do you do it? And you kind of share numbers and the qualifications. So these are kind of questions subconsciously that occur when you're going through a website, right? Like, okay, who are you? Like, how can I trust you? So you kind of share the qualifications, and then finally, yeah, you give a final CTA or call to action. So that's kind of how I filter the way I would create a user flow for a website. And then there's like services pages, things like that. So I sketched this out, and that's kind of my starting point at that from there. So sitemap, and then a lo-fi sketch. And then from there, I take it to a mid fidelity. Now, where am I here? Right. This is before I discovered Reloom. This is about a year and a half ago. So I just kind of created my own quick low fidelity or mid fidelity wireframes. I kind of have the fonts sized out and everything. So So once this is good, I get approval from the client, and they fell in love with it right away. So it's really nice. Most of you may know, like you just don't really present colors. You try to take out the emotion. You're just really focusing on content placement, things like that. I got blog layout, typical blog template. I have the product page, the grid, and then the product template. So from there, I then basically take it to Webflow for the high fidelity. I don't design high fidelity in Figma. Okay, so yeah, that just going over to my examples. And okay, so finally, this is the finished product. And I just designed the final version in Webflow because it's just that easy. So now you can see you got all the elements here, the colors, I have typography all planned out. You'll notice now you got some scroll interactions with the little circles, you got the little stickers here. Yeah, so you can start to see how you go from this version here, and it really comes to life when you apply the brand painting on there. Let's see. I'll kind of go over the, oh, let's see. Okay, here's the products. So just diving into Webflow, cool features. I got card interactions here. It's really fun. And each one has like their unique little ingredients, and you got the little bubbles coming from the side here, which is really nice. So that just makes it really fun. If I do click on a product, got some minor interactions. I was really new to Webflow at the time when I made this about a year ago. But yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell.
Did you create the
So,
icons illustrations as well? They were really
yes, I
cute.
did.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Okay, you're right. So going back to, let me kind of going back and forth. Okay, so this is the brand attributes. So what I did, like over Zoom, I just kind of had this in Figma, and then I shared my screen, and all I did was go through these words in, yeah, like in 5 minutes. So I said, okay, how would you describe your, your community, or how would your community describe you? And then like in like lightning round fashion, I'm like, okay, just throw out names. So like healthy, okay, clean. We want to be recognized as reliable, consistent, comforting, awesome, things like that. So you go through all the list, and then that's like the first pass. And then the second round, I have them identify the top 5 descriptive words that represent them. So that's the blue text here. And then again, for the third round, out of the 5, what is the number 1? And so it's a really nice process of prioritizing like what represents who they are. And they're, it's a collaborative effort. They're doing the work with you. And so now you have consistent. They want to be recognized as consistent. They want their users to be like families. Their voice is very passionate. The feeling that they want to give their customers are satisfied, obviously feeding them bread. The impact is to give them a reliable service, and the X factor is they have their state-of-the-art bakery. So typically you would just choose 3 of the 6 brand attributes as the 3 main criteria to filter through the image buckets. In this case, I kind of changed it a bit. So I had artisanal, approachable, and reliable service. Okay, so now I'm going through Pinterest in terms of packaging. Like, is this kind of artisanal? Yeah, it's got like, that artwork there. It's very handmade. It's very approachable, like things like that. So again, you can kind of get an idea of how to refine that process. And then again, for typography, I wanted this like old traditional feel. And this is a little bit modern. So yeah, I was just playing around with all the different visual assets. And then basically I would just copy this. So what is an example here? Yeah, this guy, I would just literally copy and paste it and just pop it in over here. So this is version 1, and then this is version 2, which is definitely a lot more refined. You're actually not, like I was told, you're not supposed to spend too much time on the stylescape, because that kind of defeats the purpose. But you can see I have the icons here. I have the product cards. I got little stickers around. So yeah, so that basically wraps up my example. I do have more here, but I'll take some questions for now, and I can dive into it in detail.
Yes, thank you so much. That's just brilliant. The whole thing is such a really nice build, and everything, the whole process is just so refreshing to the eyes, to the mind, to everything. So, I would love if you could give us a little bit of a tiny peek, like access to maybe one of your slides, so that we can use it as a template or something. I mean, I
Oh
hope
yeah.
I hope that you don't feel as a nobody after today, after this presentation, because man, you this is amazing. And also,
Oh great.
thank you so much for being here, for bringing your value to our community, and that's something. So I really hope that this is also equally as good for us as it should be for you as well. So
Absolutely.
I absolutely loved it. Let's see. I'm sure people have got questions here, because everybody is being complimenting you in the chat on YouTube. So
Cool.
lots of love. So if anyone's got a question here on Gather, feel free to jump on your mics or put your hands up, as we usually do with the emojis. And I'm going to check on YouTube as well if there's any questions on there.
I have a question. Towards the end of that process, you talked about after the going through the words process with people, that you changed the brand attributes to artisanal, approachable. How did you? Why did you decide to do that? And how did you approach that with the client after they had already chosen a bunch of words? So what was that process for you?
Yeah, and so that client is so ideal. They're super hands off, so I actually didn't run those words by them. That was kind of like my process. But yeah, why did I change it? I think the words that they chose, it still fed into the final words that I selected. I just thought rewording it was just a little bit more appropriate. So I didn't really have a solid scientific reason for that behind that, but it was just more of my gut feel.
Yeah.
Like artisanal, it encapsulated more of those words that they had.
Yeah, I agree. So I think you made the right choice. I was just wondering how that came about. So cool. Yeah. Thank you.
Hillary here in the chat is saying, I think it's Hillary. Yeah, it would be fun to try the exercise. I'm thinking, I'm thinking, should we do it today? Should we do it on Josh at Floxies part 2? should we have a second round? I'm not sure. Let's see if people have got more questions. Then,
I would love to do it.
If you're down for it,
sure.
we love you already. So,
awesome.
Edward from YouTube is saying, I love the process. No stone left unturned. It's so cool. And giving the client the opportunity to get involved and collaborate in an easy way is so important. So that's a comment on YouTube. Any more questions here from the Floxies? Everyone's dancing on their chair. Today's a bit of a crazy day. I started off in the morning on Twitter with pineapple and pizza. I'm not starting that conversation, because we got to many hours later we got into oysters and eel. So I don't know what's going on today.
Any of you look up Taogyuksu.
Yeah,
I looked that one up too.
Hey, that's it. You cannot tell what's in there.
It looks better than it sounds.
Right. Any more questions for Josh? No, everyone is in awe.
Do you ever get pushback from clients on that process in the time that it takes, or do you run into issues where they don't really have answers to some of those questions? I work with clients sometimes who are just like, I have no idea. I'm like, oh, good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll share my screen again. I would say, so my process is, again, those 3 steps. I have the brand attributes, and then I have the um, gut test, and then I have the image bucket. So the I would say if you can cram the whole brand attributes or the whole discovery workshop in one day, that's like, it takes one day. Um, do they get stuck? Yes and no, a little bit, but I think like even through this process, like brand attributes, and if we do it today, you'll experience it because you've never, your first time doing this. And I think it really is all about who's facilitating it. So I would really like draw that from you and um, encourage you, like, okay, how would the Floxies community describe you? And then I just draw it out. It's like, quick, come on, like throw words out there, and then we just have fun with it. And so this is pretty easy. They don't really get stuck. The whole point is just throw as many descriptive words as possible. Once you get that snowball going, the momentum builds. I mean, again, this is just the tip of the iceberg for the discovery process. This is just more the visual data collection. So yeah, I would say to that for the brand attributes. For the gut test, that's really easy because you kind of curated the slides for them, and then they just give their score. And then, and again, that takes like the same day. It's just like five minutes or something, 20 times 5 seconds, however long that is. And then after that, you take all the information, and then when you do the image buckets, that's like your own curation time. So I would say, like the stylescape, give yourself at most probably a week. Like, I think if you spend like a whole day on one stylescape, that's plenty. It shouldn't take you that long. So I would say from the discovery workshop to actually producing the brief and then summarizing all the information, if you're really on top of it, a week is good, but maybe give yourself 2 weeks, right? If you're taking on other projects. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
That was great. Thank you.
We've got about 30 minutes left. Do you reckon we can try it?
Totally. Totally.
Go on then.
Okay.
What do we need?
Let
Post-it.
me. Let's.
Lauren on YouTube is saying, great presentation, Josh. Thank you.
Thanks, Lauren. Before we do that, I want to give you I'll dive into a little bit of detail for this example. So, you kind of know what you're going into. So this is for a life coach or executive coach. And so the culture, how would her clients or her community describe her? She wants to be helpful. She wants to be informative. She wants to be an expert in the space, compassionate, empowering, things like that. How would she describe her clients? She wanted them to be entrepreneurs, smart, driven is number one, people-oriented, passionate. And she wants to sound courageous, right? She also wants others to feel inspired to take action. The tangible impact that she has on others is to be transformed. I shared that before. And also what sets her apart is that she has a lot of project management leadership experience. So now this is a cool thing. So this is called a brand statement, and it's kind of like Mad Libs. So you take these words that you've refined from all the 6 columns, and you just plop it into here. So Shine Forward is the brand. So Shine Forward provides, and then insert the service, coaching and consulting services to, and then the user is driven individuals in a empowering environment with a courageous voice, feeling inspired to take action and transform. So that's kind of like your, 30-second elevator pitch and all you're doing is just plopping in those words, which is great. And then what I did was I just kind of reworded it so it's a little bit more easy to share. So, you know, Shine Forward can say, I provide coaching and consulting services to the passionately driven. I create an empowering space and courageously inspire you to take actions towards your transformation. That sounds really powerful. And again, it's really following through the steps, and it just shaves so much time. And it's really fun to see what comes out of it.
Yeah, it looks great. Can we do it for Floxies community?
Yes, absolutely.
Just casually, not not interested at all in possible redesign.
Yeah. So these were the two different stylescapes for Shine Forward, and so two very different directions and with different brand attributes. You know, I'll go into the details here. She ended up going with this style, and then Shine Forward. Sorry, I know I'm delaying the workshop for you guys. I just wanted to share this. So this is kind of the final website.
That's beautiful.
I know, it's just like amazing.
Yeah, so it's a simple one pager. But yeah, you can kind of see again, just the brand colors just apply. I did not apply the dark orange and all the dark grays. Again, that was like, I was still pretty early on, but you kind of get the idea. All right, so let's dive into it.
Just before you jump into it, just a
Sure,
quick
sure.
question. Are you writing that content, and who or who is creating the content on the websites?
Yeah,
Good question.
the client provided the content because I'm
Okay.
not the best copywriter, so that's just
Okay.
me. If you can copyright,
Yeah.
that is awesome. Okay, so let's do something here.
This is fun. I just love a little bit of hands-on practice.
Yes.
Great.
Oh, you know
Nothing
what?
like nothing like typing while people are watching.
I know. Okay.
I feel like this is where we need a DJ in the background, like just somebody to fill in the gaps.
Or do we have someone that can sing
Oh, singers.
or beatbox? I don't know. I'm not the one for sure.
Okay. Let's do that. I wish I could share my Figma file and you guys can hop on. But actually for now,
Let's keep it simple.
yeah. Let's go 24. Okay, cool. All right. So someone wanna start a timer for
Sure, I'll put a timer on.
let's do a super speed round.
Right. How many minutes?
Let's do 2 minutes each.
I can't even write my name in 2 minutes. Joking.
I'm gonna put some beats on.
Okay.
So
2
I'm gonna
minutes.
bring back all these. All right. Oh, you know what?
Oh, I love it. Oh,
I don't.
You
think I
go,
can
Joe.
play
You
it-
bring the vibe.
I don't think I can play it for the sake of YouTube because it might block
Oh.
it. So
Right.
I,
That's true.
Ah.
Unless you have
I'm so
YouTube
sorry.
library, then it's okay.
what if you use YouTube
Okay.
music? Anyway, time.
Yes. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry guys. It's okay. All right. We're good.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
So
2
3,
minutes.
2, 1. Throw all the words at me. How would the Floxies community describe you?
Describe the community.
Yes.
Inclusive.
So how would our
We can use the
Inclusive,
chat
right?
as well.
Oh,
Empowering.
it's better. It's better if you yell it out. Empowering. Next. Right.
Connection.
diver-
Connection. Yeah. Keep going.
education?
Educational. Yeah.
Supportive.
I can't talk because
Great.
I'm biased.
Friends.
What's that?
Friends.
Friends?
Yeah.
Friendly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
friendly. Yeah.
Definitely friendly.
Inspirational.
Welcoming.
Yes. Yes.
I was
Definitely
about to say
welcoming.
it, Penny. I was about to say it.
Oh, sorry.
Team.
Team. Teamwork.
Yeah, teamwork.
Okay.
Fun.
Interesting.
Fun. Interesting. All right. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Sexy.
Sexy.
What's that? Sexy.
Yes.
All right.
Relax.
No.
Yes. Relax. I would say like casual, chill. I'm just adding it in. Anything else?
International.
Yes. International.
Yes, Maria.
All right. 2 minutes. It's almost up. Let's go.
Global.
30 seconds
Oh.
left.
Funny.
Funny.
Bubbly.
Design
We are
focused.
Bubbly.
Yes.
Lovely.
Bubbly.
Development. Do we have development?
Developing.
Developing.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Develop.
Because not using awesome for me is wrong.
Awesome.
I'm gonna watch this video many times just for self, confidence.
Definitely.
3, 2, 1.
Females? Is
Alright.
that bad? Females?
Females. No, we are females.
Females.
Time.
Yes.
Hello.
Awesome.
Sexy females.
Time's up.
Okay, next. Users, how would you describe to the Floxies member? I'll just say member.
Copy all the culture.
Curious.
Wait, let me start the timer. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Again,
Curious.
international.
International.
Funny.
No,
Sexy.
this is like your ideal member. Like if, what is
Supportive.
Supportive,
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure.
supportive?
Worldly.
Loving?
Yep.
Worldly. Yes.
Caring.
Yeah, sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Embracing.
Yes.
Helpful.
Hmm.
Proactive.
Encouraging.
Encouraging.
Origin.
Encouraging, definitely.
Proactive.
Proactive. Yeah.
Ever learning.
Mm,
This is so great.
yeah. You can make anything a thing with a hyphen in English.
Is that correct? I don't know.
I can create what I want to.
Works.
Um, committed.
Committed. Fantastic.
How do you say like we're thinking in the future?
Forward thinking. I was thinking.
Forward thinking. Yeah, I'm like, what?
Thinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brave.
Problem solvers. Problem solving.
Brave.
Problem solver.
Yes.
Early adopters.
Mm.
Early adopters. How about creatives?
Yeah. Oh yeah, design.
Yes. Oh yeah, right.
Talented.
Talented.
Wonderful people.
Career changers.
Yes. Yes.
Adapt. What is that word?
Adaptive.
Adaptive. Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to say
Inquisitive.
Yeah.
Inquisitive,
And time's up.
All
inquiring,
right. That's great. All right.
Hey.
Next. Voice. Let's go.
This is amazing. I love it.
How do you sound to others? How do you sound? Like, what's your voice? If you express yourself.
Whoa.
Italian. No, I'm joking. 3, 2, 1, go.
Without the W, she's our mascot.
loud.
Uh,
Loud. Proud.
Loud. Proud.
Loud and proud.
International.
Yes.
International. Yeah.
A bit in your face.
Okay. Yeah. Like cheeky.
Yeah.
Approachable.
Okay.
Welcoming.
Yes.
Innovative. Creative. Okay.
Say again.
Creative.
Creative.
Mhm.
Okay.
Inspiring.
Inspiring. Now remember, if you were to describe how you would sound, or other people would describe, oh, the Floxies community, they're so what?
Mm,
Their voice, they're so
Helpful?
cheeky, approachable, they're so helpful. They're loud, they're proud. What else?
Helpful.
See? Supportive,
Supportive. Yeah,
definitely. Um,
like supportive of each other, like of one another.
empowering.
yes.
Mentoring, maybe.
Encouraging. Okay. Mentoring. Yeah, we're just gonna put it all out there.
20
Okay, yeah.
seconds left.
Keep it coming. Doing great. Yes. Okay.
Genuine.
Genuine. Mhm. Yes.
Knowledge sharing.
And
Knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable.
time's up.
All right. Let's add it in there.
Why are you laughing, Penny?
Because we all thought about it, but never said it.
Okay.
Mira, your mic has got a bit of an echo. Oh, there you go.
Okay, feelings. So, how others feel after interacting with you. How do you want the people who
Great.
visit Floxies? Great.
People feel great after interacting with Floxies.
Okay.
Happy.
You tell us, Josh.
Yeah, how do
I
you
would
feel,
say-
Josh?
I would
Overwhelmed.
say welcomed,
Empower.
overwhelmed
Overwhelmed?
with love.
Wait, who said that, Marie?
Yeah.
Safe.
No, welcome for sure. Yeah, that's what I feel. Safe. I feel inspired. Safe is definitely one for sure.
Creative.
Hmm. I feel encouraged,
Empower.
empowered. Yeah. I mean, yes.
Community.
Okay, belonging, community. Yeah. Family.
Part of a tribe.
Hmm.
Confused how Discord works.
Ah.
After
I'll record the tutorial
Yes.
for Discord.
Again, feelings. What kind of feeling descriptive words?
I feel happy after our Wednesdays.
Right.
It's
we have
already
happy.
there.
What else? What else?
Positive, hopeful,
Connected.
connected,
Yes, connected.
supported.
Supported.
Yeah.
refueled, perhaps.
Ah. Rejuvenated or
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
Rejuvenated.
Venated.
How about energized?
Yes. Perfect.
It's kind of like coming out of a workout gym.
I
workout class,
feel
right?
more like
A spin
coming out of
class.
a big, massive hug, and like I'm a bit. I've grown a little bit every Wednesday.
Hugged, embraced.
Yeah,
Embraced. Yes.
and time's
heard?
up.
Yes.
Okay. That's fantastic. Look at that.
Wow.
Okay.
This is great.
It's beautiful.
Impact. Two more. What tangible impact do you have on others? Again, you'll start to notice there are some repeating words, and that's okay. That's totally fine. So what tangible impacts do you want to leave with people who interact with Floxies?
All right, ready, steady, go.
Global or international again?
Connected internationally. Yeah. What is educated?
Yep. Among friends.
Found
Would you-
friends, or yeah, among friends.
Supported.
Supported. Yeah.
Hmm.
A
Friendship.
reason to be active on Twitter.
Active Twitter followers. Or users, sorry. Again, what impact? What tangible impact would you leave? Oh, right. Provide visibility
Yeah.
is mhm.
Ready to grow.
Mm. A bit more confident.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's great. Confident, yeah.
Um,
Capable.
self-love.
Self-love, yes.
Appreciated.
Confidence.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we have confidence.
Oh, we
wonderful. That's great. This is awesome.
Optimistic. Like I hope people feel like
Yes.
they can.
Can do
Hopeful.
anything. Hopeful. Competent.
Yes.
Time's up.
Powerful. I'm just gonna add that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Awesome.
Okay. X factor. What makes you unique compared to all the other online communities out there?
Yeah.
What makes Floxies Floxies?
3, 2, 1. I think
Strong
just,
women.
yeah, strong women and just genuine. Like we are what you see. There's no.
Mm.
We don't put up
Also
a show.
inclusive, though.
Inclusive. Yeah.
Human.
How about Webflow?
Yep.
Spontaneous.
We have strength in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We uplift one another, like our members.
Uplifting.
Yeah.
Diverse with many different backgrounds.
Say again.
Diverse, like everybody has different story, different background, different preoccupation, let's say.
Diverse.
Yeah, different backgrounds.
How about celebrating diversity?
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. All women, genuine, authentic, inclusive, human, Webflow, spontaneous, knowledgeable, strength in numbers, uplifting, celebrating diversity, and
There's a lot of variety. Like let's say our Discord has a lot of different subjects, a lot of different topics, a lot of different themes, which are interesting for us. So it's not only Webflow; it's more than just one topic, let's say, and the umbrella is the sign.
okay, sorry. How do I summarize that?
Promoting knowledge. Is that Sonia?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's me. I'm anonymous. I wrote it with that. I don't know why. I'm sorry.
Hey, Sonia.
Celebrating others.
Time is up, but I'm gonna give you 2 more seconds.
Wide-ranging interests.
Variety instead of diversity.
Say that again.
Variety.
Variety. Yeah.
Okay.
Variety. Thank you. Variety. That's what I meant.
It's my North American accent. All right. Well done. Look at that.
That's amazing. So
okay,
we need to have a part 2 for sure. What comes after this?
Let's do 30 seconds. We're going to go super fast. Now, out of this, you select, how do we do this? Normally, I do Dotmocracy, which is like a voting system. But you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just yell out the top 5 words, and I'll try to
Empowering.
facilitate that.
I like
Okay.
that.
Connection.
Okay.
International.
Yeah.
International.
International. Yeah. Okay. Any more?
Oh, you got inspirational, not international.
Which is
Maybe
fine.
better.
Inspirational is good too.
Yeah, we leave them both. Leave them both.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else that wants?
Empowering connection.
Put sexy.
Global and global.
And educational.
Global, international, similar. So I'll just leave.
Oh well,
international.
yeah. That's right,
Educational,
yeah,
I think.
Educational. Okay.
Yeah.
my
Okay,
bad.
but now we can only have 5 here. So which would we take out? I know it's kind of hard.
And we
it's kinda
can
hard to
use the words we take out in another list.
pick. Sure.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay,
Right?
that's good. Now let's move on to your members. How would you describe what really stands out? Your ideal member.
Embracing.
Embracing.
Okay.
Encouraging.
Designers. And talented.
Okay. How about talented designer?
Supportive.
Supported.
Much better.
Okay, that's 4. One more.
Creative.
Courage.
Definitely.
I don't know how to pronounce courageous.
Courageous. I like
Courageous.
courageous.
Courageous. Yeah. Better.
Okay, I think that's good. All right, next, voice. What best describes your voice?
Welcoming,
Yes, I agree.
definitely. And genuine. I think those two for Floxies is like
Yeah, and proud.
Genuine.
And accessible, I think.
Mm.
Proud, is it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Approachable, were you saying, Aida? Or accessible?
What was I saying? Accessible.
Yeah, I would say they're similar.
Mm.
Approachable and welcoming.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Encouraging, I think, is one.
Mm.
Yeah.
Ada, didn't you say accessible? Did you say accessible? I did, yeah, but I don't know. Whatever. I'm with you all. Whatever you think.
Okay, one more.
accessible.
Say
Accessible.
knowledgeable. Actually, I think we're talking about voice. I'm thinking knowledgeable.
Mm.
But knowledgeable and accessible are different tones when you go to Grammarly and set it up. And knowledgeable
Yeah.
is like a different. It's like accessible is like, because we are international, we're using it, not to say that this
Yeah.
has to be it, but I think those are they're a little, they are different.
Yeah, I think, well, I agree that they're different. I just think knowledgeable is a good description of, what we want to get across too, right? I mean, that,
Mm. Can we have them both?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
You're too nice, Josh. You have to be like
I only have one.
Okay. Let's go real quick. Feelings. What's the feels? Feels.
Safe.
Welcomed.
Well,
tribe.
Happy. Safe.
welcomed.
Yeah, welcome. Yep.
Oh,
Uh,
Inspired.
Third one. Yeah.
inspired.
Yeah, I love him. Inspired. Empowered.
Okay. I
Oh,
will.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. I'll throw it in there. Okay, next. That's great. Okay, what's the impact? What words come up?
Confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to grow.
Cool.
Inspired.
Connected internationally.
Yes.
Mhm, definitely. Optimistic. which is sort of similar to ready to grow, but
Mm-hmm.
Hopeful.
Hopeful. Okay. Awesome. Next, last one. X Factor.
Genuine. Yes.
That's great.
Inclusive, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Uplifting.
Okay, 2 more.
celebrating others.
Yes. Beautiful.
And
What about all women?
Yeah, that is what's different for sure.
But you're a man, Josh, so you see.
Yeah.
I
we
think we
celebrate
should,
diversity.
yeah, I think we should also add, as knowledge is what brought us together in the end. So
Okay. I'll just add that. Okay, great. All right, now, last third pass. Out of these pink words, which one is the number one descriptor for your culture? How would others describe you?
we've got maximum 5 minutes left.
Oh, okay.
So
Should we stop here?
I think, if we want to have a part 2 and like keep developing this, if you're down
Sure.
for it.
Let's do it.
Or the limited time could make us pick 5 words quickly or
Yeah.
6 words quickly.
Yeah. I'm
Let's try
down
that.
for both of them. Yeah.
Okay, real quick.
Select the word,
Okay.
word and continue next time for the rest, the packets and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. real
Empowering.
quick.
I'm thinking empowering.
Okay.
Empowering.
Boom. Done. Let's make it purple. That's hard. Okay. Next.
Encouraging.
Again, this is a loose thing, but yeah,
Mhm.
let's change it after.
Yep.
Voice. Number one voice.
Welcoming.
Okay. All right. Feelings.
Happy.
Or inspired.
Yeah, or tribe. I was too quick, wasn't I?
Let's
We can
be
always
happy.
come
I
back. We
like
can
that.
always
I
come
like
back
that.
to it.
Everyone's always
Yeah.
happy.
No, we can always come back.
Impact.
It's a loose one here.
Ready to
Time
grow.
Yeah.
Ready to grow.
Yeah.
Ready to grow. Fantastic. And the X factor was the one thing
All
that really
women.
separates you.
All women.
All women.
Right.
We did
There
it.
you have it.
Yay!
Awesome.
So,
Yay!
This was just
Floxies.
amazing. I love it, Josh. You're such a superstar.
Yes, this was a great workshop. I
awesome.
really
That is
enjoyed it.
great.
Why don't you pick one of each of these? Just one word on how you felt today here coming at Floxies.
Ooh.
From the feeling section.
From the feeling section, pick one
Okay.
word. And what impact maybe we had in you.
I would say.
You can use a different word if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, well, out of these, I would say welcome for sure. Definitely. That's like one of the elements. But I would also say overwhelmed with love. This is a lot of encouragement, a lot of fun. So yeah.
Well, definitely correct. And we can't wait to have you back and continue this fun
Yeah.
exercise. And you know what? I truly, truly hope you won't say anymore that you feel like a nobody, because you're our new best friend at Floxies.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I had lots of fun.
Feel free, to just come here and hang out with us whenever, or join our Discord and be a men supporter, because we are
I
inclusive.
am.
He is
Yeah.
already.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome.
good.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here again. Thank you all for coming. It's amazing that we had so many people. And yeah, I'll see you on Discord, and I'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you, George.
Thanks. Have a nice
Bye.
vacation, Josh.
Thank you.
Yes,
I would
enjoy your
love to stay
holds.
more, but yeah, I do have to go. So bye.
Bye.
Bye, you
Bye.
all. Bye, YouTube.